and welcome back to the channel. If you were with us in the last video, actually the last two videos is two-part video. We introduced the new Alpha 201 XD TIG, and as far as the welder goes, it worked perfectly. But if you watch the video, you know that I had a problem with my Yeswelder welding hood. It kept flashing me, flashing in and out. It wouldn't stay in shade. So this being a problem, I sent an email to the folks at Yeswelder, and they emailed me back. I actually bought the hood through Amazon, so they sent a link to them, I guess, and then those people responded back to me through the Amazon, which was still letterhead Yeswelder. So I don't know if they just have a different division that only handles Amazon or what. But they were understanding of the situation, wanted me to try some different adjustments and settings, and I told them I've run this thing all the way up, all the way down. I can't get it to stop doing it. So they offered to either refund my money or send me another hood, thinking maybe just the screen in that one was defective. I opted for the replacement. A little while later, they emailed me back, said they were out of stock of that particular helmet, and wanted to know if I'd take their lesser model. I said, no, that's not going to work. I said, if you want to upgrade me to your top of the line model, that's fine, because the helmet I have is like one tier down from their absolute best model that's actually got the auto darkening side shades and everything too. So they opted not to do that, sent me a full refund, no hard feelings with them. It was handled, but that put me into a predicament, because this hood, I actually kind of like the hood. It worked wonderfully when I was MIG welding with it. I only used it 2 times. Worked wonderfully with the MIG welding, but it would not do TIG whatsoever. So I actually was a little disappointed, but they didn't ask for the helmet back or anything. They just sent me my refund. So that put me in a position I had to find something to replace this that I could use for TIG welding. Well, so I went about shopping, and I looked at Eastwood and Lincoln, Miller, Hobart, a bunch of the other little off-name brand stuff, and I was really kind of thinking about going with the Eastwood, but then I really got to looking at it hard, and it looks like the same electronics and stuff that this one has. So I really kind of wonder if they're not made the same place. So I shied away from that one, thinking maybe it would have the same results. So now we're on to what I decided to replace this helmet with. And I am probably going to keep this helmet. Like I said, it worked great for MIG welding and stuff. So if I got to crawl under a truck or something like that and do some welding, I'd rather ruin this helmet or mess this helmet up versus the one I bought, which, it comes with extra shields and stuff for it. So it really is a great value. If you not planning on doing any TIG welding, this is I believe a great budget little helmet for stick welding and MIG welding. So, but now we got to find out what we're replacing. Here it is. This is my replacement hood. Just go ahead and get it out of this box and let you see the actual box. I decided to go with the Miller Infinity. That's it. I decided to go with this. Now, granted, this hood is 3 times the cost. I would not call this a budget hood. But one of my big reasons for being a budget buyer and thinking like, if I can get the same results for a lot lower cost, that's what I'm gonna do. I always try budget things before, like first, and if it doesn't work out, I end up buying the higher end stuff. So, I'm fortunately enough, I have the means to do that. But, so this is what I decided to go with for a couple reasons. One, it's got a very large viewing area. That was one thing I pretty much demanded to have in a new welding helmet. And this has a feature where even if, say, like my shop lights, maybe it was my shop lights that was affecting that Yeswelder hood. Even if the lights are messing with it, you can put it into a frequency sensing mode or they call it X mode, that soon when you strike an arc, it senses the frequency and it goes into dark mode. So this is the new one. I haven't opened this box yet, so we're gonna find out what's in here together. Obviously, a welding helmet, and I went with the relic design because I like old hot rods and stuff. Not to mention, I'm kind of an old guy. But right off the top, you got it's like a welding bag or a helmet bag. Got the big logo on it. And it's a pretty nice bag. It's a little thin, you can see through it, but it's nicer than the one that came with my Yeswelder helmet. But considering that helmet's $100, it comes with a whole. I think there's a bunch of replacement shields, like two or three for the inside, and I don't know how many that is for the outside. It's a lot. At least 3 or 4 in there, maybe 5. There's a lot of them in there. And there you go, warranty paper stuff. And then if you need some cheater lenses, it comes with the little adapter to be able to put cheater lenses in. And oh yeah, to help comfort for long welding sessions with your hood, I'll probably actually put this in. But here it is. Get this box out of the way. So here it is. This is the Miller Digital Infinity in the relic paint pattern. Now, if you get the all black, you can get this a little bit cheaper. And if you are looking for a budget friendlier hood for TIG welding, I would say go with the Lincoln. It's like, I don't remember exactly how much it was, somewhere between 150 200 bucks, something like that. And this one right here is like I said, it's 3 times the cost. So, but it seems pretty nice. Definitely heavier than the Yeswelder helmet, but it's got a huge screen. And let's get this plastic off. And like I can see through that clear as day, like already. So I'm excited to try this because it's, optically it's supposed to have the same clearness as that, but I'm sure this has got to be a much higher quality vision. So, but yep, the suspension, about what you expect the suspension to look like. It's of course it's better quality than that, but it's still plasticky, and got a little headband, and it's got all your controls right here. And this is like all digital. You got your auto and on off and information, You got your light, dark, short, long, more modes, and grind, of course, low battery, all the fancy stuff. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just go ahead and get this is going to be, I'm not getting out. There's other people out there with reviews of this same helmet, maybe not this exact paint job, but same hood. They're showing you the weld through and all that. I'm not going to do all that. I don't have time for that today. I just wanted to follow up on the Yeswelder helmet situation. So I'm going to throw it on. I will strike an arc with it just so I can give you my impressions of what it looks like to me. So let me get my headgear all set up and everything, and when y'all see me again, I'll be ready to do some welding. Okay, so we're back. The suspension's not too bad. It's I need to do a little more tweaking on it, but it's got that rubbery stuff, and my hair's a little longer than it normally is right now, but it kind of pulls at your hair a little bit. No big deal, but as long as it works, that's the big thing. So right now I have it set. For it's I have it set in weld. It's shade 11. I've got 2 seconds of delay, and my sensitivity is all the way up to 9. So let's see how this does. And that, I'm gonna tell you, it locks like up there. You gotta slap it. So I got 2 little pieces of just carbon steel, and just mild, ground them down. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try and make me a corner joint so I can play with some of that some, because I haven't actually used a welder since I shot the last video, because of the hood situation. I was frustrated with it, but we're gonna give it a shot. See how this does. I've got my argon set to 15, and then post flow still like 3 seconds, and I think you got my amperage set on apparently 90. Thought it was 100, but anyway. So I'm going to pick these up, hold them up, and I'm going to try and tack the edges, and we're going to see how this goes. And I touch my toe. Alright, not too bad. See what we can do is fillet weld. Get back here. Swap gloves, but I'm starting to regret that decision. I thought these might help because they're a little thinner, but they're a little too big on my fingers. Just some mechanics style gloves I had laying around. I don't even use these. Anyway, so we're gonna give this a shot, see what happens. Well, I started out a little rough. I think I actually need to light the shade one spot. It looks really good. It worked perfect, no flashes. You can do that. Alright. So get that, I actually lighted it 2 spots, get down to a 9. Not too bad. I got like a little. I started out a little rough, trying to find my rhythm. So it's gonna take me a minute to figure out how to get this suspension adjusted. It always does every time I put on a different helmet. Get it just where I like it. So, but it did all right. Like I said, right here it's a little rough. That was completely my fault. The rest of it looks pretty good though. So, and I didn't actually clean the edges. So considering I didn't clean the edges, I'm sure y'all can see a couple of sparklies coming off there. That's because I didn't knock the scale off the edges. When I started this, I wasn't intending on doing it this way, but then when I sat down, I was like, you know what, I don't want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually gonna try and do me a inside corner joint. You know, because this is kind of just practice for me anyway. So I'm gonna try that. Nothing crazy. So comfortable. Well, that definitely needs some work. I kept picking up and raising up was not good. Not good. I definitely need some practice on that. My wrist was all cocked funny. I should have really had it a little further out in front of me. So, but is what it is. We're just going to try and run us a straight bead right down through here. See how that goes. I'm just going to run it right beside that inside corner. Little snake-like, but definitely very whole lot better. Like good visibility. This thing is crystal clear. Like crystal clear. I'm actually very impressed. Like I did not expect it to be that clear. It's like crystal clear. Like it's clearer than that. Even though that was good, this is like real good. Alright, so we're gonna run one. I'm actually gonna double up my filler wire. I ain't gonna have much for nothing here, but double up my filler wire, just experiment. You know what? I'm gonna do this on the back side. I'm just gonna go hand cock on this one. Yeah, melting the blue. Yeah. I got some practicing to do. But other than that, I mean, oh, I see what it is. There's little rubber tips on this. That's what that is. Burning in there. But I like outran my puddle one time, but there it is. My corner weld's still one of the best. And then that one right there. The inside corner edge didn't turn out so hot. But either way, so I like it. It's obviously I like it. It works fantastic. But let me turn off the welder and get a little more comfortable, and I'll go over what I like and don't like. Okay, so in the battle of Yeswelder versus Miller, obviously Miller has a far more superior product, but it comes with a far more superior cost, and you have to ask yourself, are you willing to pay for that? As I said before, I actually really like this little hood. The Yeswelder hood is really nice for $100. You can't go wrong with it unless you're trying to TIG weld. But I've seen videos of guys TIG welding with them, so maybe mine just doesn't like it. I don't know. But either way, there again, it didn't work for me. So I moved on. I went ahead and spent the money that when I was looking for a new helmet, I thought about spending anyway. So this helmet right here, I'm still gonna keep it, like I said, in case I have to crawl under something, or if I'm going to, say, my buddy's house or something to go work on one of their grimy cars and got to crawl around. And you know, this helmet, that's what this helmet will be for, is if I got to crawl under cars or crawl under something and do some MIG welding or something like that. This helmet, obviously I will MIG with it and stuff like that, but this will basically be my shop helmet for the most part. This will be my field helmet. But pluses and minuses for this helmet, it is heavy. It's like, you can feel it. It's pretty heavy on your head. But it does have I think it's the largest view in a higher end helmet that they offer. And then the suspension is going to take some tweaking. Of course, that's anytime you get a new helmet, you got to tweak them a little bit. Actually, took a little more time setting up for those last couple videos with this helmet and had it all ready to go more or less before I ever put it on, struck an arc with it. This helmet, I just literally pulled it out of the box, kind of set things up and stuck it on my head. So I got a little tweaking to do with that, and I mean, it's comfortable enough, but that rubbery stuff does kind of pull at your hair, which, like I said, my hair right now is a lot longer than it normally is. Wintertime, I tend to let it just kind of go, obviously. But as far as it goes, I'm looking forward to using this helmet a lot more. Worked perfectly. Like, I didn't have to use the X mode or anything. I just had it in regular weld mode. Shade 11 was a little dark for what I was doing. Seemed a little dark. So I backed it down to 9. And I think I'm going to be happy in 10. I'm probably going to bump it back to 10. Because 9 seemed a little too bright. I think after welding like that for an hour or so, my eyes would probably start to feel fatigue. But as far as it goes, I mean, it's super simple operation. It's like one button changes through modes: weld, cut, grind, X mode, which is the other weld mode, and then you got your delay and your sensitivity and all that stuff. And optically, this thing is like clear. Is like looking through. It's like looking through a piece of glass. Really dark glass. Like all the color from the weld is actually looks more true, I guess you'd say. And maybe it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's there are videos out there where guys have their camera behind one of these hoods and light it up, but I don't think those really do it justice. It looks really good from behind there. And this one right here, it looks good too. It's not bad. And one of the things I like about this over this is that, like, you can adjust sensitivity without ever having to take the hood off. Like, to adjust it, or I mean the shade, you can just shade without ever having to take the hood off. That was one of the things that attracted me to this hood, was that right there. So that is, if you're working like, having to do a lot of different types of work all at one time, like you're going from welding and then you got to grind apart, you got to pop the hood up, swap it to grind, stick it back on, where this one's like, you just adjust the shade. Now you do have to take it off to swap it to grind, stuff like that. That was a bad example. But say you're welding and it's just a tad too light, you can reach over here, just especially if you're MIG welding or something, you go to one hand and never even stop and just get it dialed in where you want it. This one, you have to stop, you pull the hood off, or try and reach your fingers up behind there with your glove on. So that's the disadvantage for this one, is there's no way to make any on-the-fly adjustments. But other than that, I mean, it looks fantastic. I was a little on the fence about buying a white helmet because, well, they get messed up, they get dirty. But like I said, I'm trying to keep this one my shop helmet, and this will be more my out there in the driveway or crawling in around on the ground hood. So I guess that'll do it for talking about the hoods. But if you want to stay involved and check up on what we're doing, please subscribe and maybe like this video if you like the video. I'm not real good at these kinds of videos. I'm hoping to improve on that. Every time I make one of these videos and watch it, I cringe a little bit because I know I'm horrible. Like, I'm not entertaining like that. I'm trying to be, but I'm working on it. But if you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, share, please help me out. And if you're into RC stuff, I have a whole nother channel called Frozy RC that focuses just on my RC side of life. And the things I purchased like my generator and stuff that I use for my RC trailer and everything like that. So it's all, everything that's in that channel is focused just for RC stuff. Where this is going to be a little bit more broad. It's really intended for my customization of vehicles and stuff, but I think I can pretty much throw all my other little activities I think would be kind of neat to video on here. Let y'all get a idea of what I do aside from RC. So, but if you like the content, please subscribe. And if you're interested in something you want to see me do, leave me a comment. I've still got several boxes of stuff over there, sitting over there for that will be going in my '07 Silverado Black Betty. She's got some big changes coming here pretty soon. I'm gonna try my best to start on in March. We'll see how it goes. Then of course I got Kill Shot, my little body drop B2200 Mazda with a V8 swap. So, and there again, if you're into RC, go check out my RC channel. I hope to be posting a video to it next week. And then I've got a race on the 20th. And for my RC friends, I'm sorry I didn't record the last race, but it was the first race I've made it to in like a year, and I was trying to just focus on getting my groove back and make sure my cars were good and just having a good time. You know, I didn't want it to feel like a job my first time back. So if y'all would, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Comment if there's any content you want to see. Comment if you think I could do something better. I'm not against criticism, so just help me out. I'd like to make the best content I possibly could for y'all. Anyway, so with that being said, y'all have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and thank you very much for watching.